What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a gorgeous Thursday morning. It's beautiful weather outside. So, Cassie Ventura has spoken up and she breaks her silence on the 2016 video from CNN that we've all seen by now, which shows P. Diddy assaulting her in the Intercontinental Hotel. So, she shares a statement expressing gratitude for the support that she has received since the CNN publication came out on the 2016 surveillance video. She says, quote, "Thank you for all the love and support from my family, friends, strangers, and those I have yet to meet." She wrote this on a post on Instagram. She says, "The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now, but this is only the beginning." She continues, "Domestic violence is the issue. It broke me down as someone who I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I am better today, but I will always be recovering from my past." She then turned her focus to seek support for others. She says, "My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. It takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation that you were powerless in. I offer my hand to those who are still living in fear. Reach out to your people. Don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone. This healing journey is never ending, but this support means everything to me," she concluded her message. Now, as we know, Combs and Ventura dated off and on from 2007 to 2018. In her complaint that was settled within a day of its filing in November 2023, Ventura alleged that Combs R''ed her in 2018 and subjected her to years of repeated physical and other abuses over the course of their relationship. Combs has denied all allegations. Quote, "A decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is in no way of admission of wrongdoing," an attorney from Sean Combs, Ben Brafman, states. He told CNN in a statement in November, "Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He is happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Miss Ventura the best." Now, that's a statement from his attorney within the CNN article, and I will link this article so you guys can read it. CNN has been, on it in terms of getting this video footage, leak out to the public, but also to circle back to this statement from Diddy, because the apology video that he made is disingenuous in the fact that his attorney was saying, he flat out denies all the allegations. His pinned tweet on Twitter said, enough is enough. I didn't do anything that people are accusing me of, and it's an alleged payday and yada, 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 only to find out, you know, shortly, right? Later, that CNN dropped the big joker, right? I love spades. But I mean, they dropped the footage, right? And the public outrage was valid, in my opinion. And then, of course, Diddy gets on his phone with his nose all in the phone, talking about, well, I went to rehab and, I asked God for his mercy and grace. I hope you do. You're going to need it. I mean, we all need it, right? But just to see the despicable acts that he did to this girl was it was just disgusting. And the people who came out and supported him, I mean, that just shows their character, right? Because my thing is, people don't just typically, right, unless you're truly mentally, you have, mental issues, people don't just typically up and, just fabricate things out of the blue. And Cassie, all the signs were there. She was very passive. Half of her head was shaved, and we found out that, from, I think, what, Diddy's bodyguard and other people in his camp, that he pulled out, the hair, the roots of her hair. Her hair is long, and she had long, beautiful hair. She had to shave half of it, and then they're lying like, "Oh, that's a fashion statement," and blah blah blah. People are so intoxicated with others in powerful positions, and then they try to align themselves in that proximity to power. they're so quick to dismiss or deny the claims from those who are more vulnerable. And I'm so glad that Cassie has used her platform to shine that light on others who might be dealing with this same situation. She said, quote, "My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. When someone first trust you enough, right, to move past that possible internalized shame and guilt and feelings of helplessness and powerlessness, and they turn to you for help only for you to deny them. That's like kicking somebody when they're down, right? To believe them the first time. This wasn't a payday. In my opinion, she deserved way more than a what was it, 8 or 9 figure settlement. In my opinion, she should have drained that whole account. But you know, I don't think that Diddy is worth $1 billion anymore, because after this lawsuit in November, Revolt has pulled away from him. His past liquor companies pulled away from him. They're talking about possibly rescinding the keys to New York City. Um, Eric Adams, the mayor, who is being investigated on his own charges. Um, but I'm grateful that she shined a light on others who might be suffering in that same position. She says it takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation that you were powerless in, and that's so true. She says, "I offer my hand to those who are still living in fear. Reach out to your people and don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone." And she can speak that, right? She can speak that truth to power, because all these people, the bodyguards that are speaking out now, all these people in his camp were saying, "Oh, yeah, I saw what Diddy did, X, Y, and Z. I saw that, he put his hands on her multiple times. He assaulted her multiple times. He, hired these people and that people to, commit these acts of interpersonal violence, whether it was intimate or not. I saw what was going on in the hotel rooms." Okay, well then that makes you complicit. That makes you an accessory. Why didn't you speak up then? They were together on and off for a whole decade. I saw what happened to Kid Cudi's car when he came to, pick up Cassie. So why didn't you go to the police? Right? But I'm just glad that, she's away from him. She's safe. She's shining a light on an issue that really needs to be discussed and unpacked, because people who are still standing by Diddy, like, Kelly Price, you know, I'm not even going to go too much on Kelly Price, because I feel like um, someone who stands behind a person who is known to be an abuser, that that internal conflict or that mindset has to be so painful. I can't imagine that type of turmoil, that person's going through. Kelly Price, recently, if you guys remember, she disappeared for quite a while. Her family was looking for her. Um, we still haven't found out what happened with her, but in my opinion, she's going through her own issues. So I will definitely keep her lifted up in prayer as she's, praying for Diddy. And listen, I'm not God. I'm not saying that, he might not be humbled by this whole situation. I mean, with all the hubris and arrogance that he has, this situation is, in my opinion, would humble anybody, the strongest person. But you're not a strong person if you have to put your hands on someone who is physically smaller than you, 10 years younger than you. Put your hands on anybody, period. Most bullies are the biggest cowards. Most people who are constantly antagonizing others, they can't take it. It reminds me of Marjorie Taylor Greene, the representative from Georgia, who, I mean, she went after AOC. She was following the David Hogg. You guys remember, he was a high schooler who survived that Parkland powing. She would literally follow these people physically and taunt them like a schoolyard bully. Well, she got the right one on the wrong day. She caught Jasmine Crockett, and I'm gonna make a separate video about this. But she was talking about Jasmine Crockett's fake eyelashes. And then Jasmine turned the tables on her and called her a bleach blonde, bad built butch body. And not only that, people have made songs about it. She copyrighted and trademarked it. She's going to make merch. And, she got literally, Marjorie Taylor Greene got a taste of her own medicine, because this lady has been antagonizing everybody from the president of the United States to Pow Pow survivors and their, while they were in high school. You can't keep sowing seeds of destruction and antagonizing people and being a bully. And then when somebody turns the tables on you, then you want to cry. Then she wants to make videos of her, working out and, doing deadlifts and saying, yeah, I have a great body. I'm this, that, and the other. Bullies are the most thin skinned, fragile egos I've ever met. And so Sean Combs is reaping what he's sown for not just one decade, many decades. And in my opinion, this is only the beginning. But I'm glad that Cassie spoke out. I'm glad that she's standing in her truth. I'm so glad that she's finding the healing that she deserves. And I'm glad that she has, again, like I said, used this platform to not only just say, I'm doing okay, me and my family, we gonna be all right. But now she's turning her focus to help others. She's extending a hand to lift others up. And that's what you should do. Because Diddy didn't do that in his quote unquote apology video. He was apologizing to the public. He made everything about him, as a malignant narcissist does. But Cassie, in turn, is the opposite. She's helping others. There's a lesson there. And I'm trying to make sure I learn it and know it myself. But you guys, let me know your thoughts about what Cassie said in her statement to CNN. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces, and help somebody else today. All right, y'all. Goodbye.